choosing a dog trainer here in Yukon can feel like a really big deal. So think of this as your roadmap, a clear guide to help you find the right professional for your dog and for you. The whole point of training isn't just about getting your dog to sit or stay. It's really about enjoying your life together. Picture it, calm, easy walks through Yukon City Park, or just hanging out at home without any stress. That's the goal, and the right trainer is what gets you there. So where do you even begin? Well, let's start with the most important stuff, the qualities that really define a modern, effective trainer. This is what you should be looking for right from the start. Okay, so the number one thing to look for is positive reinforcement. This is pretty much the gold standard in dog training today. Instead of correcting what your dog does wrong, you're rewarding them for what they do right. It's all about building a relationship based on trust, and honestly, that's where all the best training comes from. But how do you know a trainer actually knows their stuff? Well, you can look for certifications like these. They're more than just letters after a name. They show that a trainer has met professional standards and keeps up with their education. For everyday obedience, something like a CPDT or KPA is fantastic. If you're dealing with tougher issues like real anxiety or reactivity, you'll want to see one of those advanced CBCC or IABC credentials. It's also really important to know what to walk away from. If you hear a trainer talking about using intimidation, choke chains, or any kind of tools based on fear, that is a huge red flag. Those old school methods can seriously break your dog's trust and often just make problems worse down the road. All right, let's get into the practical side of things. We're going to look at the different kinds of training programs you'll find and what you can expect to budget for them right here in the Yukon area. You're probably going to come across two main options. Group classes are great for getting your dog comfortable around other dogs and people, and for learning to focus with distractions. Private sessions, on the other hand, are perfect for zeroing in on specific problems that happen at home, like jumping on guests or stealing food off the counter. This chart gives you a pretty clear snapshot of what training usually costs around here. As you can see, there's a pretty big range. You've got affordable group classes, all the way up to those really intensive board and train programs if you need more comprehensive help. There's an option for just about every budget. Okay, so you've done some research and you've got a short list of potential trainers. The next step is the consultation, which is really your chance to interview them. Let's go over the key questions you need to ask to feel confident in your choice. This is your first and most critical question. Their answer should sound a lot like that positive reinforcement stuff we just talked about. Then, ask them to just walk you through what a session looks like, so you can really picture how they'll be working with you and your dog. A really good trainer will have a clear plan. They should be able to tell you how they measure success, and, just as important, how they'll support you between lessons. Will they send email summaries, handouts? Will they do quick check-in calls? Good communication is absolutely essential for your success. And of course, you've got to get the logistics sorted out right away. You want to avoid any financial surprises. A real professional will be totally transparent about their prices, what's included in any package, and what their policy is if you need to reschedule or cancel. Now, let's tie all of this back to our community. Being a responsible dog owner in Yukon means knowing the local rules and, of course, the best spots to practice all those great new skills. These are pretty much the fundamentals of being a good canine citizen here in Yukon. The leash law is simple. If you're not on your own property, your dog needs to be on a leash. That rabies tag is also required to be on their collar at all times. And good training? That'll help you manage barking so it never becomes a problem with the neighbors. Yukon has some wonderful places to put that training into practice. For on-leash skills like polite walking, Yukon City Park and Chisholm Trail Park are just perfect. For some safe off-leash fun and to practice recall, the fenced-in dog parks over in Oklahoma City are your best bet. And if you really want to challenge your dog's focus, the trails at Lake Elmer Thomas are fantastic for working on skills around all sorts of new sights and smells. When it comes down to it, investing in good training is about building a better, happier life with your dog right here in our community. A well-behaved dog makes everything, from a quiet walk down your street to enjoying a busy event, more relaxing and fun for you, for your dog, and for everyone around you.